Yeah, I mean, I think, of course, I felt proud that I could be what do you say? I don't know if you can say the main attract. Hi.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So on the day of the opening, I was supposed to go to the TV station that has like a morning show, and it's called like Good Morning Denmark. Lots of people are watching that in the morning, and I was supposed to go to the studio, and basically the night before, the studio decided to come and do it live in the exhibition, which was quite interesting. So it was kind of like a rush thing, and people running and courts everywhere, and that was fun that they came and did it at the spot. I was there for about a month in total. So the whole arrangement came about that Tivoli, as the world's oldest amusement park, it's more than 150 years old, so it's an amazing history. They're constantly making exciting events, new initiatives to promote new things, but of course also to promote the Tivoli Gardens. So they came up with a new fair, and this was the first year, called Tivoli Garden and Flower Festival. So basically it was about, already the garden is full of flowers, full of things, but it was highlighting specifically flowers. And I was asked to do sort of the first interaction we have was to make a huge sculpture of flowers. So basically something spectacular, something that people will talk about, something wow as you were entering the garden. So there's this beautiful sort of like walk up, and then this big pond come, and it was in the middle of that. So I made a huge installation in the fountain there that can actually, you could see it already from as soon as you were entering the garden. There was a real sort of nostalgic feeling about being in Tivoli, about being sort of like remembering like things from my childhood and stuff like that. It has been a place I've been, having a lot of fun when I was a kid as well, with many different people. So I made it a bit about these sort of towers were also symbolizing me, my journey starting from Denmark, being a florist working at the flower shop, to go to Japan, and also coming back to Denmark in between. But basically these towers would sort of end up representing all the places I've been around the world and all the things that I've done. Sort of was these landmarks, was the idea about these towers inside the fountain. So that's how I built up the theme about. So there was the towers of flowers. There was I think I used almost 8,000 plants. So it was all built out of like pot plants. So there was 8,000 plants or more in this mainly out of Campanula. It's called Get Me, the Campanula, and then there was also hydrangeas. So those two flowers were the main two that I used for the installation. And in the top, I had brought from Japan Kurotake, which means like black bamboo, which was a huge hit because people have seen them before, like very skinny and small, but these were really big and very nice. And there was a lot of them. And they were sort of coming out from the sculpture, and then the hanging glass tubes, again with hydrangeas in it. So it worked really well, and I think I think a lot of people talked about it, and I know they were happy about it because it was supposed to be there until the 5th of September, and now it's end of September and it's still there. So they chose actually to keep it. Yeah, it was. I mean, we had 1 week. We started on Monday, so like the opening was on a Saturday, so on Monday we get started, and the first 2 days we spent on making that installation in the fountain. So the total job was basically 3 big parts. So one was the installation, the fountain, one was a big arch into the exhibition space. And then the exhibition space was in a restaurant. And this restaurant was operating at the same time, which was creating quite a lot of challenges in between, because they had to run a restaurant, we had to run an exhibition, and doing that at the same time sometimes could cause a few things, which was challenging. But everything went well. We had the arch made, and I forgot another very important point was there was 2 flower shows also, which was on the opening day and then the following day. What was really amazing was it's called Glassalen in Danish, which means the glass hall, basically. And what was really amazing for me was to stand on that stage, because huge names through 50 and 100 years has been standing on that exact same stage. It was quite a special feeling to be able to be there, be in front of this fat red velvet, you know what I mean, the drop, going back and forth. So that was a really cool experience. It was very hard work, but also a nice feeling to be in Tivoli, to be in Denmark, and to connect with the Danish audience and the people coming in. It's hard to say exactly how many, but I estimate we had maybe around 5,000 visitors within the actual exhibition space. So I think we were satisfied with that, and it was very nice just to talk with many different people. It was full speed those 10 days, and my team and myself were very relieved after the whole thing was done. Of course, successfully executed, but also it was nice to get a few days of rest after basically 10 days being open, but really hardcore 5 days of preparation before that. So basically 15 days in a row, full speed of setting this up is probably maximum, I think. So it was a good challenge. I think it was, I was of course proud to be a part of a thing in Tivoli for one, and also being a part of a new initiative that they are taking to make the Garden and Flower Festival. So I was happy to be a part of that. And of course, as I said before, for me to be able to be a part of something in Denmark is also something I take with great pride. After being in Japan for over 20 years, it's nice to be able to do things in my home country as well. So it was a great experience, and I hope that next time we can make it a big tour where a lot of my fans and school students and so forth can be able to join, and we can make even something more spectacular in such a beautiful place with such a long history. So that's my dream for 22.